Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show, JAHAN-E-MANN. And nowadays we are celebrating Women's Day, as you all know very well. Today is the second day, and we have an eminent personality and a woman of substance, Mrs. Firdaus Wani. Let me welcome Mrs. Firdaus Wani to the show. Hello, Firdaus. How are you?
Hello, ma'am. Hello, everybody. I'm good, ma'am. Thank you for having me here and for this particular program. That's for the women itself. So
So,
I'm grateful.
yes, Firdaus, we are celebrating Women's Day, and I have started on my channel 1 month before. Full 1 month we are going to celebrate it because I think that one thing that very good had happened in my life is my womanhood. If I am a woman, I am very happy. Really, I am very very happy. So, Firdaus, you tell me, how do you think? And before that, please let my viewers know about you. Although they know because you are a regular resource person for our channel, but still there are new viewers as well. So please introduce yourself, and then you tell me how do you feel being a woman.
Okay. So I am. My name is Firdaus Wani, and my surname itself speaks a lot. That I am from Jammu and Kashmir, but sort of brought up outside Kashmir. And yes, of course, my roots are there in Kashmir. My parents and everything has been there. So mm, today I am an advocate on record, Supreme Court of India. I am representing number of government bodies, private corporations also, and I am sort of, there are number of firsts to me. Number of firsts. I will say that I am first Kashmiri woman to be an advocate on record, Supreme Court of India. I would say Kashmiri Muslim woman. Then I am first Kashmiri Muslim woman, or say Kashmiri woman, to be additional standing counsel for a Delhi government entity, that's DSI ADC. Then again, I am first Kashmiri and the first student of Jamia Millia Islamia to be an advocate on record. And there are a number of firsts, and maybe I would say that whatever I am today, it's all because I would straight away come. And yes, of course, I should have said this, that I'm also a mother, and that's my greatest achievement, I would say. And of course, I'm sure my mother and father, they will also watch this. So I'm also a daughter to very great parents, uh, and wife to a very great human being. So why I'm saying this is because your second question to my first this thing, after introducing myself, to talk about that what I feel about womanhood. I would say, sometimes, when I was growing up, my father at that point of time, he was a professor, and he's still professor in Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University. His university has been a dean also there of law school. So I have seen mostly judges and students, scholars around me. So when I used to see them, I used to feel, doing PhD or being a scholar is not a big thing, because there are so many of them. Because this is what I used to see every day. And thankfully, my parents, even my grandmother, I would say, she would also press on all this education, and being somebody good at studies, and doing something good in your job and in life. So I always used to think, it is not a big thing. So one day my father told me, because you're surrounded by these people, so you feel being a scholar or doing PhD is not a big thing. There are so many buzzing around you. If you will go outside, you will see that, because you are living, in fact, I was living within a university campus. So now, after gradually, I started understanding this thing also, that my grandmother, both maternal and paternal, I would say this, and I can say this on oath, that, they never said, normally in India, normally your grandmothers would say, आप तुमको अच्छा लड़का मिल जाए, and you get married to a in a good family, and you have a good
That is
married
an
life.
achievement.
Yeah, but my grandmothers, both maternal and paternal, they never said this. They always used to say that we want you to see as somebody, some good officer at some good level, good position. We want you to because my father, mashallah, alhamdulillah, he has achieved a lot in his fraternity. So they used to say that, we want you to do more than him. We want to outgrow you to outgrow your grandparents also, because my grandfather, both grandfathers, they were also at a very good position. So this is what was always in my head. And my mother, my aunties, everybody, thankfully I belong to a family where women always encouraged in education, in doing good in our own field and everything. Again, I used to feel that, uh, this is with every family, and it's not a big thing to do something, for a woman to do something, to achieve something great, because maybe I was surrounded by such people. But gradually, when I started understanding and meeting people and seeing around me and myself, when I entered into a world where I had to prove myself to men and to outsiders, even to women, that, I have talent, I have potential, I can do better, or I can do equivalent to somebody who is a male. So then I understood, actually it's very difficult for a woman to even achieve or do even this bit, because, you know nobody, she is actually considered inferior. This patriarchal system that we have, it has actually made her believe that she's inferior. It's not in any religion. This has been actually imbibed in our society, and a woman is made to think this, that she is inferior, she cannot do anything. And when we do something, then we feel, oh yes, we have actually fought so many hurdles and then we have achieved this. So that is an achievement. Now, uh, it is that, a woman is having number of qualities. She's very patient, she's very hardworking. Men, they do have many things. We should not say, actually, men, they don't do things, they also do things. But a woman, because of this patriarchal system, has to prove herself. For example, if my husband is not with my daughter at home, or he is not staying back with my daughter, if she's not keeping well, or for whatever reasons, nobody is really going to question him. And it does not bother me or my husband or my family, but it is in society. If I will not stay back with my daughter, then number of questions would be there. And I will tell you one more thing. At a very early stage in my career, once a senior referred to somebody. It was a case where a person was told, you go to this advocate, Firdaus Wani, and she will do good in your matter because she's experienced in in these types of cases. Because my name Firdaus, it is common to both the genders.
Male and
Till
female.
that person, yes. So till that person came and saw that this is a female, he was okay. But the moment he saw me, he was, he got cold feet. He said, "Nay, madam, how will you do this? Because, this is very difficult and all that." I told him, "Okay, I will appear in one hearing, and after that you decide." And thankfully, he allowed me to appear for him in one hearing. And he was like, "In case I would not have allowed you, and I would not have done this favor to myself, then I would have lost something." So every time somebody actually is refusing to take a woman as his lawyer or as a teacher or as or at any position to take services of any woman professional, so it is actually those people who are at loss. It is not the woman, but this is there in the system. It is happening. One more thing I would say, that I have off late seen. I will tell you this. Whenever we, even on Facebook, you share, even to other people, you share, Instagram, LinkedIn, anywhere you share. I have seen, most of the females who are doing very good, and they promote all these things that, we are doing all this, and they write about their achievements. I have seen it's men who are actually sharing most of their achievements and their posts. It is men who are talking about them. I have seen around me also, it is men who actually say, I mean, apart from few of the people like you who actually encourage other women, I have seen it's mostly men who encourage and talk about the achievements of a woman. Women themselves, they will degrade, they will pull down, they will stop following you, they will not talk about you. I don't know what happens to them. And I think a woman is actually pulled down by a woman itself. So I thankfully I have a very good relationship with my mother-in-law, but most of the times it's mother-in-law and daughter-in-law issue. It is not father-in-law and daughter-in-law issue.
No,
So it is
that is just a myth, because I think nowadays the understanding between daughter-in-law and mother-in-law is quite good. Yeah, like they are comfortable there with each other.
no,
Yes.
I will again tell you, I am just interrupting you in between this. You know why? Because you are like that. That is why you are feeling this. Joe, the perception I had initially that everybody can be PhD scholar and a woman does not have difficulties is because when you're surrounded by such people. But when you go outside, this myth is actually reality. It is there. I have seen this. It is happening. Women are pulling down women.
Okay,
And
so now
when I
Firdaus, you
thought,
are talking about myth. So let me just draw your attention towards a very famous myth that women are for clothes, for fashion. And when there are two women, they have to ask, "Ye kahan se kharida?" From where you have taken, which store, where. So like this Women's Day, I have taken this topic, and I want to like really do a research on this, that whether we have to fashion our emotions or whether we have to follow the emotional fashion. What exactly is the relationship between fashion and emotions?
I will. This is something, which is very unique and something very interesting that you have actually taken up and you want to talk about, and it's very nice actually. See, there is this author everybody knows, Paulo Coelho, and he has. I have this quote. I will just read it for you, wherein he has said, "The clothes you brought are part of you, and they represent those special times when you left the house wanting to splash out a little because you were happy with the world. Times when you have been hurt and wanted to make yourself feel better, or times when you thought you should change your life. Clothes always transform emotion into matter." Now, even if we will talk about different religions, I will talk about Prophet Muhammad. He is always pressed on this that, have wear clean clothes,
Yeah.
wear good clothes. So because I said in the initial part that a woman, she has multiple facets. She has patience, she's strong, she does everything. She's mother, daughter, wife, everything she is. So she goes into so many things. So clothes is something, it gives her energy. It gives her, when I'm happy, I want to wear red. It makes me happy, you know and when I want to tell the world, for example, this is I have this thing with me that, whenever I am outside, I'm doing my work, it's professional, I always wear these brooches. So
Okay.
this is Kashmiri chinar right now because winter is going on and everything. So I wear bold colors also, when I have to take on the opposite side, and so it gives you that feeling, emotion. A woman is bundle of emotions. So it is not woman is into clothing. It is she every time converts a clothing into an emotion that she's feeling. When I am very happy, I would wear red, I would wear pink. If I am sad, then I would wear some dull color. And this is something I want, because a woman is somebody who would every time wear her emotion on her sleeve. And there is nothing bad in this. What is bad in this? If you are acha, there is one thing I don't know,
That is true, that there is no bad in this, because we always express our emotions through our dressing and clothing. But when it comes to like hoarding, you know there are people, there is no limit of the greed, and there are people with thousands of not thousands, I don't know whether I'm exaggerating or not, but I have heard about hundreds of shoes, hundreds of accessories, hundreds of clothes and all these things. So what exactly is this, what this talks about, which mentality it is being expressed by this type of attitude of a person?
see, I believe that this is common to both the genders. It is with men and women, both, and even with children. I have seen now,
Okay.
because they would want number, they would want these pencils, they would want these hair bands and all. They would just want to pile up these things. I think it's with both men and females. I mean, I have seen my husband also. He would pile up so many perfumes, even if he's not using them. So he will have so many perfumes, and you won't believe this. I use men perfumes, whether it's this Creed, Aventus, whatever it is, anything it is. I will use his mask, whatever it is. So this is with both the genders, but unfortunately, that's what I was saying. that there is this saying, if somebody is lying, and no, if somebody is lying, yes, and you will actually say, no, this person is saying truth, it's saying truth, saying truth, saying truth, that lie will become a truth one day. So unfortunately, what has happened, that in our society, this quality which is within both the genders, with the men and the females both, unfortunately, the women, it has been pinpointed on the females, that they have this, they are into clothes only. So a woman only will say, she is into these handbags, she is into shoes. I'm myself into, I'm mostly into these coats. I have a number of these handbags. I have so many shoes. So you have this thing. You want to, and I think there is nothing wrong in this. If at all, it is like, if you sometimes you are emotionally, you feel sometimes you want to splurge. ठीक है वहां तक, that is fine. Now you said they are piling it up, and then we have to see world around us also. My daughter, she used to trouble us in having food. So we told her, there are a number of children who they don't have food. So now she eats food. And sometimes if I will leave behind food, so she will say, Mama, there are people who don't have food, so you're leaving.
So
So
nice.
we have to inculcate this thing, that there are a number of people who don't have really the privilege that these people have, who are buying so many of these shoes and clothes. So I will say that there is this saying, and even I have read this in Quran also, that once you give away things, you will get more. So
That-
if we will
Mm.
imbibe this in us, men and female both, and I think this thing will go away. Hoarding everything, that is, yes, you are right on that. We should not do that, but it is something you actually sort of help yourself in relaxing. People have this. This therapy,
No,
this
you buy
emotional
and give.
fashion
That is
therapy.
okay. If you are buying two new, then give two old. If you are buying three new, then give three old. So this buying and giving is a very fine activity. That is going to be kindness towards
This is,
underprivileged.
yes,
Yes.
this is what we should do. This is, even I do. I
Mm.
mean, my husband, he is piling up so many perfumes, so he's giving them to me, so we are getting him new ones. And whatever I am having too many of these, so I mean, we give away, because I am associated with so many of these NGOs and these organizations. So we give away, because I have this belief that once I will give away, God is there. And there is actually, I have read this in Quran, I will say, that people will actually people ask, actually, when God has given things to you, why hasn't he given to other people? Actually, Allah says in the Quran that I have given to you so that you can give to others also.
True. Very
So
true. Yes.
we should have this thing, and it is very good a female has this thing, hoarding up things. We buy so that we can give away them. So we should have this thing. And I think, because a woman, she has so many facets, like she has to do so many things, actually. If even if I will say a woman of privilege, even she has to do. So it's sort of an emotional outburst, when I am feeling low, or I want to make myself happy, or I have achieved something great, so I want to please myself, so I will go and shop around. So I don't think there is wrong in this, but yes, of course, piling up is bad. We should give away, we should do
Yes,
that.
Firdaus, thank you very much. Now, on this Women's Day, what is your resolution for yourself?
Resolution for myself, I was actually talking to you also earlier in the morning. I was telling you that my health is not really very good. So my resolution, which I would want others also to take up, is that we should get indulged into self-care. Because I believe, I will just tell you this, that when I was in college, and I was given this prize for something, Miss Fresher. And that is only because they asked a question, that out of on a scale of 10, what number will you give to yourself? I said I will give 10 out of 10. So they asked me why. I said, if I will give lesser number to myself, others will also give that only. Because if I am myself considering myself so low, then why will others consider me at a higher pedestal? So it is that I should take care of myself. All the women should take care of themselves, then only they can take care of others. They can achieve something in their life. whatever you want to do in your life, you want to be a writer, you want to be a lawyer, teacher, director, anything, whatever you want to do in your life, doctor, you want to be famous, health comes first. So health should be taken care of. This is one. Second is to be healthy here from the mind, which that is what I am seeing, that that is what I have a grudge, that women are actually pulling down women. I want women empowerment, and there I want every woman to take this resolution and promise themselves that they should be holding hands of other females and help them to go up, not to pull them down. Because if we are together in this, then yes, we can actually let this patriarchal system go away and do something in the world.
Okay,
So
thank you
yes.
very much, Firdaus. Thank you very much for your lovely message for our sisters. And my dear sisters, today was the second day, and we have listened to lots of things from Firdaus Wani, who is full of zeal, enthusiasm, and full of achievements, and many first in her credit. So we congratulate her for being the first in many cases, in many areas, and I wish her all the best for future endeavors. And what do you think about this? What do you think about emotional fashion? What is your understanding about fashion, your emotions? You please comment and then write to us. See you tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Till then, take special care of yourself and goodbye. Thank you, Firdaus, for being with us.
Thank you so much.